if you can't tell, it's been a little crazy last 15 minutes. I had to restart everything. Apparently, I knew this happened before, but it's been a while since I've gone from live stream to recording videos and back and forth. And when I have to do my rewiring of how all of that works, sometimes things just stop working and you have to restart everything. So, sorry for being a little late. I saw somebody in the chat was saying that that it's easy to blame technical difficulties. It is, but I promise. It was legit. So I've got about 60 sample bottles in front of me, empty, and I'm trying to get them out of the way. I don't have anywhere else to move these right now, so they're just going to sit on the front of the table during this stream. Great way to start, right? All right, so we got a little blind flight to do tonight, and I'm really excited about it. Save the dramatic entrance and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So Sam, I think her username on here is SAM-WHAM, I think. Sent me a blind flight a week, maybe week and a half ago, and I knew that I wanted to do this on a stream. I wasn't sure which stream to do it on, so I thought, let's just do a bonus Tuesday night stream before the Junkies go on, and we will do this kind of standalone blind flight. So that's really all we're doing tonight. There is still going to be a live stream on Thursday, regular time, all that kind of good stuff, and in fact, on Thursday night, we have a lot of heavy hitter bottles that are going to be making an appearance. For kind of first impression reviews and everything like that. Aaron says we're used to. I'm looking at the chat now, guys. Yeah, you're used to Tuesday live stream starting late. I know. The Junkies are notorious, right? Let me grab a quick pour. Start with a little Eagle Rare as usual. Ashton, I did see the age statement on the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof next batch. I remember seeing that label, TTB filing or whatever a little while ago, 13 years old, but the proof is actually what I'm more excited about. Not only is it 13 years, but I think it's like 133 proof. So we're finally back up into that range of proofs, which we've been missing for, I want to say they haven't had something in that proof range since C920, which is great. Anyways, I know it's a little earlier than usual, guys, but if you're sipping on something, let me know what it is. Just want to say cheers, little Eagle Rare store pick, and then we'll get into this blind flight and see if everything's working. Good Lord. Including my palate. Just got done teaching a drum lesson in the basement. It ran a little late. In the middle of my lesson, I had a bunch of new tambourines delivered, so it's like, well, we got to look at those, before we go live. All right, Roy, happy belated anniversary. Thanks, Roy. Guys, we only have about 45 minutes, since the Junkies will probably be 5 minutes late. So I do want to get going here, but I'm going to check out the chat very quickly. Please do hit that like button if you don't mind. No giveaway tonight. Tonight's just hanging out, drinking some whiskey. Thanks. Good to see you, Dustin. We got Owen with some strep throat. That sucks, man. Keep going here. Roy's on a dry month, so he's going to take it easy as well. Okay. Scrolling, Sandeep. What is up? Good to see you. Michael S. Good evening, all you wonderful whiskey people. Mike Schmike, we don't listen to you anyhow. I was going to say I know, but then you said stare into your dreamy eyes, so I don't know what you're talking about. Dave, oh man, you did good. You did good today, Dave. Try to say that 3 times fast. Baker's 13 year. My Baker's 13 year should be here by Thursday night stream. Fingers crossed. Coming from Florida, it should be here, and if it is, it's going to be in the sample giveaway. We'll do another sample giveaway this Thursday night for some more heavy hitter bottles. I'll tell you what. Keep going. Andrew. Yeah, no, not all of these samples are crazy. They're all empty, but I've got 60 samples to pour tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, and I've got to get all these shipped out, including stuff for you, Andrew, and for a lot of other folks. Amy, and then last week's giveaway winners. I've got all of the sample bottles cleaned. I like to clean them before I put whiskey in them. I don't use soap, but warm water and some serious rinsing going on here. So, okay, gonna keep scrolling. Andrew's looking for a Larceny A123 if anybody can help him out. I don't have an extra, I would. Jacob, any new releases you're hoping to try? Well, someone's sending me a sample of the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged, so when that gets here, the video should come out the next day, as long as everything goes as planned. Andrew says, looks like Dan doing some training tonight as well. Oh, then it's on like Donkey Kong. Speaking of which, Sarah and I watched the Mario movie, which I know it's like a kid's movie. Guys, it was pretty good. Bowser was cheesy as hell. It was great. So we watched the Mario movie. I think that was 2 nights ago. Really enjoyed it. Hey, what's up? 21090. I just bought their Still Austin cast strength pick, so I can't wait for that to get in. Obviously, that samples will go into a giveaway at some point, but I'm gonna shoot a review video for it, so I'm excited for that. All right. Well, let's do a test. Okay. Here we go. And then this should be a dead card. Let's make sure this all works. The close-up camera for the reveals for the cards, I've changed the angle on it. It's basically the angle that I shoot my secondary angle for my review videos. I don't like to have to move that camera between 2 different tripods. It's just really annoying, so I just zoomed it in really far. So here you go. It's going to be like this. So I'm going to just hold the test card up here. The focus should stay on the mic, so all I should have to do is put the card in front of the mic. And what's nice about this is you can see when my head is turned away like this. So you can pretty much tell that I am 100% not cheating. And if you really wanted to second guess that, we could always do it this way, and I could turn as well. So we're going to have the close-up camera tonight, and it looks like the focus is going to be good to go. So here we go. Let's get into this blind flight. The way that this is going to work is that Sam sent me a link to a reveal. It was a, I guess, photo or photos of the 6 different bottles in this blind flight this evening. And I didn't click on the link. I forwarded the email to Sarah, and I said, hey, click on this link and write out all the cards so that I can show people as we go what they all are, because, Sam probably didn't have black note cards to write this out and send it to me. So that's what we're going to do. Sarah made these note cards, and I promise you I did not click on the link. Please, as we always do for these things, no spoilers in chat, okay? So that means, like, if the bottle that I'm tasting and that you see on the card is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, don't tell me that. And also, don't start talking about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof to be, coy about it. Please don't do that. Getting whiskey everywhere here. Don't say something about opposite day or, just be cool. Be cool. Don't spoil anything. That'll totally ruin the fun. And we've only had that happen a couple times before, and it is kind of unfortunate. Sometimes accidentally, I understand that, but Daniel says, we can tell you're not cheating when you start guessing. Yeah, unless I'm very good at, like, accepting my losses, and which I'm not, and planning out how many points I'm going to intentionally give up, which is not... That's not me. I'm too competitive for that. No spoilers, Andrew. Exactly, dude. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. So, I don't think Sam sent any instructions along, as far as I know. Sarah didn't mention anything about it. So, as usual, I'm gonna guess my, kind of my 7 things. Age proof, mash bill, or primary mash, primary grain, type finish, distillery, and bottle. So that's what we're doing tonight. And as you jump in, please hit that like button. We probably won't have too many people in here tonight, but just a fun little Tuesday night blind flight pre-gaming for the Bourbon Junkies. These are labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, which is good. Letters are much better than numbers for this kind of thing. All right. There we go. I think we're ready. Finally, a buddy of mine gifted me this last night, which was so cool. My friend Kyle, so I'll taste this on Thursday night stream as well. This is the Select Stock, 51% malt, 49% corn. It's a 9-year. It's probably very similar to the Rare Character 9-year that I tried 2 months ago. Yeah, really looking forward to that, and such a cool gift as well. All right, here we go. Glass A. Let me show you guys what I'm going to be smelling in Glass A. Okay. Get this soloed. Turn my head. There you go. This is what is going to be in Glass A. I'll leave it up for like 4 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Goes down, and I'm back. So, okay. Here we go. Oh, that smells... Okay, well, I don't think I'm drinking bad whiskey tonight. Oh my god, this is... Right away, this is either a Dusty or that Bacta stuff, the 2013 9-year MGP 99% corn finished in Armagnac. Smells kind of like that. This also smells like old weeded Stitzel Weller. Oh my god, it smells delicious. If this is made current day, just off the nose, I want all of these. Whatever this is. What is up, Matt Porter? Good to see you, dude. What's going on Instagram here? Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to taste this thing. Holy smokes. This tastes like a low-proof Dusty. This tastes like an 86 proof type Dusty. Wow. Very good. Very short finish, you know, as you would expect. Bear Doyle says, what day of the week is it? I know. Confusing, right? It is a bonus Tuesday night live stream. What's up, Kyle? Who else we got in here? Tim. I got to try 2023 Shanks and did not like it at all. Yeah. Tim, that's a great comparison. Dirty pool water. That's pretty funny. Okay. I think we're good. So, yeah, Glass A. Age on this, I'm going to say this is probably like it's not, doesn't smell crazy old in terms of actual time in barrel. Now, time in bottle is probably decades. But time in barrel, I would peg this around 10 years, I think. And this is just quick guesses. I'll go back through and try to finalize. Mash, type finish distillery. Bottle. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think this is probably about 10 years. Alex Kostrevsky. Damn, dude, that's a name that I don't see often. What is up, man? Good, just doing a little blind flight. Again, I'll remind you all what is in Glass A. Here we go. Solo layout this. Turn my head. There you go. No spoilers. Please in the chat. Glass A, just a quick reminder. 3, 2, 1. Down. Okay. Cool. So this tastes a little bit like, it's got that antique store vibe, but it's very sweet. So like old leather, kind of that old books thing, but super, super sweet. Kind of creme brulee, kind of, not confectionery. Maybe a little bit of a like syrupy, like a simple syrup kind of thing going on here. So again, yeah, just really sugary, really sweet. It's hard to place it. It's old and heavy in one way, but very light because of the proof and because of the sweetness. So good stuff. I would go on this one 10 years, 86 proof. We'll move on here in a sec. I think it's a bourbon. I don't think it's finished. I'd say wheat is the primary, secondary grain. Distillery, I'm going to go, it feels wheated, so I'm going to go Stitzel. I'm going to say this is a Stitzel product. And as for the label, God only knows. Let's just call it an Old Fitz. Let's call it an Old Fitz. All right, so let's move on now to Glass B. Rearrange the cards here. I'll show you guys what's in Glass B right now. Let's Let's get it ready, and boom, and turn the head, and now it's up. All right, Glass B, 4, 3, 2, and let me know if you guys need to see any of these again. 1. Okay. Cool. Ooh, this smells like a Brown-Forman product right away on the nose. It might not be, but the first thing I was hit with was kind of like a little bit of a semi-medicinal, semi-candied cherry. You guys know what I'm talking about, that kind of Brown-Forman, you know, bright cherry type thing. There could be some banana in here, but the more I smell it, the more the proof is kind of ramping up on the nose. Feels like it could be, yeah, something a little more cinnamon forward. Although, like an Old Forester 1920 does have quite a bit of cinnamon and spice to it. And now it's feeling like a Booker's. So it's kind of all over the place. It feels young. Young pretending to be old on the nose is how I would describe it. Feels hot. Yeah, I'm kind of shying away from Brown-Forman. Now, maybe a 1792 foolproof. Sometimes those have some of the notes I'm talking about. I like it. It feels kind of tight to me. Not my favorite nose on a bourbon or a whiskey. Glass 1 smells insane. Or Glass A. Unbelievable. You could just live in that. Even though it is low proof, not a lot of a finish, you could just live in the nose of that whiskey. All right, let's try B on the palate now. That's a hot one. Oh, it's good, though. It's stinging. It's like super peppery. Super white pepper, chili pepper. Tingly on the tongue. Intense. I don't know exactly what that could be. The age, I mean, I'm 6-7 years on this at most. And in some ways, it tastes like really familiar. It also has a lot of qualities of a lot of different whiskeys, distilleries. Yeah, that's got to be young. I'm gonna go 6 years on that. Proof. I've been shooting high on proof recently. I'm gonna go like 124 on proof. I'm thinking this could be a Beam product. Like, this could be a Booker's. Yeah, there's something about it that's making me think Booker's. And here I was saying Brown-Forman at the beginning. I don't know what's going on here. Alex says hot ones with hot bourbons. Dude, that would be miserable. The one thing I can't stand, and I don't know if you guys agree, whenever I'm having anything with any amount of spice, and it could be completely innocuous, like even pizza, which already I have a hard time eating pizza by itself. But even pizza with just a little bit of a tang to it or whatever, and it's just hot food, red sauce even, all the way up to, like, let's say Indian food. Anything with the slightest amount of kick with bourbon, I don't want to have bourbon with it. Bourbon, for me, it's got to be with a dessert or with something completely, what's the word? I don't know, tame. Something really mundane. That's the word I'm looking for. Like a really mundane food with bourbon is when I want to pair them together. But like hot food, hot bourbon, I just can't do it. Yeah, glass B, I don't know. I'll give you one more quick reminder of what's in here. All right, get this set. Should be up on the screen. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, I'm going to stick with my guesses on that for now. So peppery. That's what's throwing me off is the pepper note in this. Andrew, yeah, celery. Bourbon and celery. That's the best pairing. Really cools you down. All right, Glass C. Let's show you what's in Glass C. Actually, I'm going to smell it first. Before I show you, I'm going to smell Glass C. Glass C smells like peanut butter. Speaking of celery. Wow. That's... Yeah, Andrew, I think it just totally... To me, it's like, let's say you're eating spicy food that's also really temperature hot, and it just ramps up and builds on each other. You know, like, if there's spicy food, I got to let it cool down to, like, room temperature. So then when I eat it, it's not a double whammy. But, like, the triple whammy is adding bourbon to it. You know what I mean? Hot, spicy, plus bourbon? No way. I mean, like, if you're going to eat super hot, spicy wings, fresh out of the kitchen, and drink bourbon, I think you are psychotic. Clay, I know. I knew I was literally like, you guys ever seen the big horns, like in the Alps, the Alp horns that people have, and the photos of the guys lined up with those giant horns in the mountains? I felt like one of those guys calling Clay by talking about food and bourbon pairing. Wow, this whiskey, okay, I'll show it to you. It smells like freshly cut grass and peanut butter in Glass C. So here, let me get it ready to go. And then, there you go. So this is what's in Glass C. Proof on it when I was smelling it just a second ago. Very middle of the road. Peanut butter and freshly cut grass. Okay. Gee, many Christmas. Definitely not up my alley. You know, when I said, oh, the grassiness. I don't like that. Sam, if this is a really good bourbon or rye or any whiskey, I'm so sorry. I don't like that. If it's Booker's, then that's very on brand for me, and I'll take it. It makes Glass B smell like a walk in the park. And Glass B, I was like, oh, that could be Booker's. Well, now I feel like, if anything, it's got to be C, you know? So, I've never had any of the Rebel or Ezra cask strength picks, which I think are like maybe around 120 proof or something. I've never had any of those, but I would imagine that those would taste what I'm tasting in Glass C, particularly Ezra, which would not be wheated. Ezra's going to have rye grain as a secondary. Or I guess if it's sourced from Heaven Hill, maybe it's the third grain, because malted barley would be 12%. I don't exactly know, but either way, I think there's rye in this mash bill. I don't think it's a wheater. So this could be like an Ezra cask strength, which I've never had. It could be like a Booker's. It's so just grass and peanuts. That's just not it for me. What else would that be? What would Beam have? It could be like a Knob pick, but I just feel like there's no way that's a Knob Creek pick. It could be some sort of young, high proof Beam, because the proof on it feels pretty intense. Yeah. This is like a 1, I don't know. My proofometer's broken. I need to work on that. Age on this, I'm going to go 5-year. That's probably generous. Beam or Heaven Hill. Parentheses, could be Lux. I don't think it's Finish. Yeah, we'll come back to it. But I want to keep moving. Definitely my least favorite so far. A is my favorite. B in the middle. Yeah, I don't think B could be a Booker's unless it's a really old Booker's. What's up, Travis? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Ron Burgundy, Conch Shell calling all those whiskey food pairing lovers. Yeah, I know it's going off in the chat right now. Just a quick reminder, guys, please hit that like button if you're hanging out here. Some incoming bottles for Thursday night's live stream. Michter's 10 Bourbon 2023. Had to pull the trigger. Just so good. So we're going to have one of those for Thursday night's stream. That's confirmed. Baker's 13 should be here, but it's not confirmed. It could be Friday before it lands. Excuse me. Too much bourbon too quickly. Let me check in on the tracking for the Bakers right now. Because I've never actually had Baker's 13, so I'm extremely curious about that. Yeah, it's still not updating. I'll have to follow up on that. Okay. What else is coming in? We're going to do Old Forester 117 Bottled and Bond. We're going to do the Heaven Hill Select Stock 9-year malt whiskey Thursday night. And I think there's probably going to be some other stuff, too. Oh, Maker's Mark Cellar. That review video might be out by the Thursday night live stream, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. So excited to try that. Okay, Glass D. Let me show you guys before I get into it here. Let's get it ready. Right in front of the mic. Okay. There you go. This is what I'm going to have in Glass D next. We do have 6 tonight, so we have all the way up to Glass F. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And we're back. All right. Glass D. I haven't really been looking at the colors of these. I mean, they're all close. Nothing is like crazy dark or crazy light. Roy Michter's 10 could be the best. Yeah. Oh, John, I didn't think about the Florida. I did not think about that. Baker's may not be here for that stream on Friday then, which is okay. It could roll over to the next week. Oh, Glass D smells good. It is pretty intense. Reminds me of B for some reason. There are similarities, B and D. Definite similarities. Which is interesting. And if let's say they are connected, let's just say they are, then maybe A and C have a relationship? I can't imagine that has a relationship. That's got to be a dust. A, I'm still going to stand by it. It's got to be a dusty. C, no. C is just so much peanut. Unless it's like they're both old fits. So, somehow. Maybe one's a larceny barrel proof and one's an older old fits. Maybe there's, relationships like that built into here. I have no idea. I'm not sure if she themed the flight or not. All right. So, Glass D, this is another one that is probably at cask strength, I would say. And there's a lot in the whiskey, but it feels kind of closed off. So a couple things would help that for me. 1, just taking a sip of it and going back to the nose. 2, could be a little water. I'm not going to do that in a blind flight. 3, just like more airtime in the glass. It just feels a little bit closed off. But I feel like it's going to be a really solid whiskey. I'm just going to take a sip and go back to the nose. Yeah, that's solid. It is proofy, though. Very spicy. A lot of cinnamon spice on that. A little bit of a young oak note, but not to the point where I'm going to say, oh, it tastes like a lumber yard or a lumber section in Lowe's. No. A lot of fruit in here, but it's all kind of like, it's all on the drier side. So like dry orange, dry caramelized burnt orange, dry cherry. Those kind of notes. It's not fresh fruit. It's not candied fruit. Very much dry. When I first smelled it, I thought apple. I thought red apple. To me, red apple is more of a crisp, fresh note, but I'll still say there's maybe a little red apple in here. I like Glass D. It's confusing me. It's a little bit of a general profile to me right now. I think if I went back and forth with D and one of these others, it would help probably identify both of them. But I think Glass D needs to be put next to something to help drill down on what it is I'm tasting instead of just these kind of broad strokes I'm getting right now on the palate. What's up, Will? Yeah, you missed a 15-minute delay, so be glad you're late. D on the palate in the front end and on the nose doesn't feel that old. On the finish, it feels old. I think it's deceptively old, actually. Yeah. Like up to 12 years old. Glass D, I think. And it's just because of the finish, which is like, it's kind of giving me a little bit of a leather thing going on. Glass D, there are notes of like a Knob Creek pick in this. I'm going to write that down. Like an older Knob Creek store pick. Yeah. Something about it. It's kind of lead me there. I'm going to say probably old. Proof? I don't know. I'm going to go back through on the proof for these. I'll go just kind of down the line and see what I think. Okay. Let's go to Glass E now. Let me show you guys what's going to be in Glass E. That smells very interesting. Okay, here we go. Let's get it ready in front of the thing, in front of the mic. Okay, should be up on the screen now. Let me know if it's not. And 3, 2, 1. Gonna go down. And there we go. Okay, Glass E. That smells very good. I'm getting kind of like fudge brownie or chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, it's super chocolate on this. Could be a dusty, but might not be. And it feels higher proof than A, which I think is definitely a dusty. A's gotta be a wheater. If it's not, I mean it. I said it's probably Stitzel Weller. I could also see it being like an older Weller 12, which I guess is going to be Stitzel Weller, right? I think there was a Bernheim stint in there. Anyways, I don't know. This kind of has that chocolate chip or brownie note that I get on a Coy Hill, but I don't think Glass E is nearly, I mean, the color's not right. I don't think it's nearly hot enough to be a Coy Hill. It smells very good. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is great whiskey. I don't know what that is. It's old. Oh my God, it's so much chocolate. Big oak note. Leather, it's both sweet and leathery oak. There are elements of this that kind of are similar to like a Heaven Hill 17, but it's not Heaven Hill 17, I don't believe. Wow, that is good. And the finish is ridiculous. Whew. I can't wait to find out what Glass E is. Andrew, anyone get their hands on a Jack Twice Barreled Rye? Oh, man. That's awesome that you're going to be getting one of those. Yeah, I actually haven't watched any reviews of it yet because I was holding out hope that I might be able to get a sample like locally. Like I was hoping something would pop up locally. It hasn't yet. I mean, I don't even think it's dropped locally. I've been keeping my eyes peeled. I might have to go watch somebody's review of that. Because, yeah, I truly have not seen a single good or bad thing about that bottle. And it has me really curious because I've never had... I'm trying to think if this is a true statement. I don't think I've ever had a twice-barreled Jack Daniel's product. I think the Heritage barrels were those double-barreled. But yeah, if there's any company that knows how to do double barrelings, it's Brown-Forman broadly speaking. Like Woodford and 1910, outstanding. So I would be very curious. Keith Thompson, what's up, man? Hey, I got your email, Keith. Dude, and no, don't apologize for any sort of delay at all. I just appreciate you sending those K-Lukes to those giveaway winners. Tried an Old Carter Rye. I've never had one of those, so that's awesome. Is there MGP in that, or is it all Kentucky Rye? God, Glass E. So I came back to this. I said it was really chocolate. I was given kind of dark notes. Chocolate, oak, possible dusty. Now there's something fresh fruit about this. There's something kind of like in the peach pear realm. A little bit of a brighter, really, really fresh summer fruit. Yeah, I like this one a whole heck of a lot. I'm trying to think of what kind of... There's a certain kind of dessert that I'm getting on the nose, and I can't place it. That is so good. Oh, my God. I'll remind you guys what's... Oh, my God. The finish is insane. I'm going to remind you what's in this glass. All right, should be up on the screen now. Wow. It just keeps going. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know where that could come from. Sam sent me an epic flight. There's a lot of challenges in here and stuff that I don't like, Glass C. There's also so much that I do like, and it all feels like, for the most part, extremely high-quality whiskey with a few twists and turns. Like, this is a lot of fun. E, I'm going to say E is... I'm going to say it's old, but I don't think it's as old as it comes off. I think I'm in like the 10 to 12 range on this. I guess I could see 15, but that 10 to 12 range, but a really good release. Stuff that seems above its age is how I would classify this, but I could be wrong on that. Proof on it. I mean, I think this is like around 100 proof. 100 to 105. Again, my proofometer has been really bad recently, so I'll do a quick down the line here in just a second. But let's go to the final glass of the night, Glass F. Oh my God. She sent me some insane stuff. This is a lot of whiskey very quickly, by the way, so if I start slurring my words, I do apologize. Hanging in there. Glass F, let's get it ready. Go. All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Let's get to this one now. That one kind of falls off on the back end. This one's also a little nutty. Interesting. Now, Sam did in her email. Let me pull this up. She did in her email say, where's it at? Below is the reveal link with pictures of the labeled bottles. Okay. She said something, maybe it was in a YouTube comment, about that there are 2 of these pours in this blind in particular that if I have a question about, that there are some details about it or something that might need answering. I don't know. Yeah, Clay, Glass E. I'll show you Glass E. If you missed it, here you go. Ready? And there's Glass E. And I was talking in the beginning about like really chocolatey notes to this. Feels old, possible dusty. After the first sip, I was kind of getting some fresher fruit notes on the top, like pear and peach. There's a little perfume note in there too that I didn't quite call out. I should have called that out. So Glassy is very interesting. I think my favorites right now. What's crazy is as I go back through this, a lot of these are nutty to varying degrees. But sometimes I come off of the previous one, which had a lot of nuttiness, and the next one then I don't get it until if I just do a quick nosing right now of some of these, I'm like, oh, I didn't recognize that nuttiness on there. Glass E might be my favorite, but D was damn good too. D just goes. It's so good. So I tasted D just now. E. Dude, E is so ridiculous. All right, so now we're on to Glass F. Jens Tube says, old tub. Wow. Yeah, so F, also a little nuttiness on the front end. This feels extremely, like dense on the nose. It almost has a little bit of a William LaRue Weller kind of. Sometimes William LaRue Weller will be this sticky orange, really dark fruit. What's the note I want to say? Not molasses. That's like King of Kentucky. Oh, like clove notes, kind of aromatic, like more than cinnamon though. Like clove, really sticky, dark, sweet orange notes. This is kind of what I get on William LaRue Weller. This has some of that. But that's not what it is. There's a little sharpness to it, a little nuttiness. Lower proof. So, taking some notes. Jens Tube says, while talking William LaRue, how would you contrast a Pappy 15? They're just completely different. Like, I still have some a sample of Pappy 15 up there from Daniel P, who I think I saw in the chat earlier. And I've been planning since he sent it to shoot a video for it, but when he sent it, things were calming down on the channel. Now they're heating back up. And I want to make sure with the remainder of that sample that I do it justice and I have a really solid video planned out for it so I don't waste the sample. So I'm not going to pull it down and taste it now. That's why I'm telling you all this. But I think the difference between Pappy 15 and William LaRue Weller, I mean, it's just got to be barrel quality or where it was aged. Because William LaRue, hang on, I have to mute my notifications. I'm getting text messages right now. William LaRue can be very, what's the word? I don't know, brash. Like, it's good, but it's brash. Pappy feels, even the 107 proof 15-year, extremely refined, extremely sweet. Big sweet oak notes. Just tastes like you're eating a Cinnabon, you know? And William LaRue can be a little more in your face because of the proof. And, yeah, brash is the best way I can put it, I guess. All right. Well, the Junkies are going to be on in a second. So I want to go down the line very quickly. Just try to nail down some proofs super fast. I like Glass F. Good concentrate. Like, flavor concentration is solid for a lower proof, which it feels like it is. I'm going to go down the line very quickly, and I'll try to make bottle guesses. But I haven't done a true blind like this in a while, and I got to be honest with you, this is no excuse, guys. But coming into a blind flight, panicked, like my mic wasn't working, I had to rewire things, restart my computer, just whatever. Whenever my mental state is a little off, I do worse in blinds. And I can feel that tonight. It's like, man, I feel drastically underprepared for this. So, not an excuse, just a comment. That's all. Yeah, Roy, Pappy, smoother weeder flavor. Yeah, smoother weeded flavor. Totally agree, and that's what I mean. But it's just that extremely sweet, addition of that sweet vanilla cask note that you get on the Pappy. Yeah. So okay, back to Glass A. Still going to stand by that this is a dusty, probably a weeder from Stitzelweller. I already guessed 86 proof. And that's really watery. 86 proof is just a historic type guess, like just thinking of what it would be. 80 or 86, but I'm going to go 86 on that. Glass B, I thought this was probably around 124. I thought it could be a Beam product. But when I first smelled it, I said this feels Brown-Forman, maybe even 1792 foolproof. I'm kind of going back to 1792 foolproof on this on the nose. But the palate, this could be 1920. It really could. I don't think it's 124, like I said. All right, what's up, John Cloud? Glass C. I said, I didn't like this. This was peanuts and grass. Sorry, I have to give myself just a second between sips, guys. I don't like that. Ugh. I think I'm high on my proof meter tonight as well. All right, Glass D. This was hard. I condensed a flight like this. We're only 50 minutes in. 6 pour flight in 50 minutes. It's a little too much. Glass D smells incredible. Go on to Glass E. I'm just getting proof guesses down. Okay. Glass E. Sorry for the dead air. Sorry. I think this is my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite. The oak on that. Are these all Beam products? I wonder if there's a theme. If so, if that A is a dusty, it would have to be a dusty Beam. All right. And Glass F. All right. Let's do this. Let's do the reveals. Glass A, I say this is a 10-year, 86 proof, dusty bourbon from Stitzelweller. Wheat is the secondary grain. Possible old fits. Let's see. Hey! Okay. Hang on. I'm going to open up the link. I'm going to open up the link with the answers to see the bottle pictures, because this says Old Granddad, but there's no way this is a normal Old Granddad. And if it is, something is wrong. Okay, here we go. Let's open this up. Let's open this up. Okay. Old Granddad, Glass A. Yeah, this is old. I don't know when it's from. Wonder if I can download these and put them on the screen, guys. Okay, hang on. I don't want to see all these answers. Go back. How do I go back? Can I just download these pictures, please? I don't know if I can. Hang on, guys. I'm on Flickr. I don't use Flickr, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing on Flickr right now. I'm going to reveal these, I promise, but this is not enough information. Just what you were reading off the cards, I love Sarah, and she wrote out exactly what she needed to write out, but she doesn't have all the information. So if you saw Old Granddad on this first one, you probably thought, why is he talking about a Dusty? Because it's a Dusty, you know? Okay. This is the way I'm going to do this. Yeah. We're going to do it this way. Okay, I can download these. Create zip file. Let's do it. Only 58 left. I'm sorry we're losing people. I promise I'm going to go hang out on the Junkie stream as well. Okay, download zip file. I'll put these on the screen. I got to upload them into StreamYard quickly. There should be 6 photos. Yep. And now we can add overlay. And there we go. They're uploading. All right. Dude, this has got to be National Distillers. There we go. So this is Glass A. National Distillers, Glass A. I would imagine it's National Distillers. I need to ask Sam what year this is. But I said this is an 86 proof. It is 86 proof. I said it's a bourbon, secondary grain wheat. I was wrong on that. It's actually high rye. But it's just because it's a Dusty, I'm confused. I'll take it. You know, I will take it. Super solid. And I said 10 year, but I don't know what the age of these are. But the broader idea of what this is, at least I got that. I'm happy about that. That's F. Okay, we're gonna just go through these. Okay, Glass 2. I said this is a 6-year Beam product, and I bounced around proof, and I thought I was hot. I said 124 at first. I was like, is this a Booker's? No, it's not a Booker's. I never ended up making an official bottle guess. I went down to 115 proof on that last go-around. It's actually 107. It's an 8.5-year Baker's pick. So I got Beam. I said 6-year age. It's 8.5. Yeah, I get it. Makes sense. And I liked it. I did like it. Not my favorite. Look, Baker's 107 is one of the most confusing whiskeys. And it's why when I do a Matt Madness blind round, before I do it, I have a whole list of pours I lay out on the table. And I go back and forth and I nose all of them. And one of those products is always Baker's 107 because it's such a tricky pour on proof. Because the extra cinnamon in the profile from being Jim Beam makes the proof feel higher in a blind, which it did today. I said 115. And then the age is deceptive because they can be 7 to 9 years. basically. Okay. On C. C is the one I didn't like. It's just peanuts and grass. I said it's not finished. It's either a Beam or Heaven Hill. Could be Lux. I said 5-year. Yeah, I'm just not into that. So proof on this, 110. Let's see what this one was. I can't see from where I'm at. So let me throw these up here. No, that's D. E. C. Okay. Nashville Barrel Company. Hang on. What's going on with this? I got to zoom in separately from what you guys are seeing. Okay. So Nashville Barrel Company, 8-year. I said 5. If it's 8, this is sourced from Beam because it's got that faux Booker's label on it. It says 118.56 proof. I said 110. So I'm actually low on this. Yeah, I just don't like this whiskey. I don't think it's good. So what this is, this is basically, I believe to be sourced Beam. And I don't think it's very good. It just tastes like really young Bookers. But I know Nashville Barrel Company does good stuff, so I don't want to fault them for that. Yeah, 5 years and that might be generous. Yeah, it's not good. Not a fan. I could see that people would be a fan of this if you like Bookers. It's not it, though. Yeah, I think the theme might be Beam products, and I think I mentioned that earlier, that it could be the theme. So in that spirit, I said Glass D was a Knob Creek store pick at 120 proof. I said it's probably old. And I was thinking that it was, I thought it didn't show its age until the finish, which makes me believe that it might not be a full 14 or 15 year pick, maybe like an 11 or 12 year pick. But let's go through these and see which one it might be. That's D. Okay, so it's D. And I can't zoom in for you guys, so I have to zoom in on my screen. So hang on. Okay, I'll zoom in for me. And the dates. There you go. This is a 10.5-year pick. So there you go. So I did get that. Knob Creek store pick. Should be 120 proof. Yep. And I guess I haven't been revealing what Sarah actually wrote on these cards. So for B, she wrote Baker Single Barrel 8.5 years. Yep. Nashville Barrel. She got all the stats on that. Yeah. Cool. And then for D, Knob Creek Single Barrel Morning Coffee, the stock room pick, 120 proof. So I'll take that. I mean, I was a little over on the age, but the age only showed on the finish. I feel good that at some point I said this could all be possibly Beam stuff, which then makes Glass A challenge for me because I didn't know what it was. I haven't had a lot of Beam Dusties. I'll take that. Glass E. I think Glass E was my favorite of the flight. I said this could be 10 to 12 years old. It feels old, but maybe not. But maybe it's not as old as it seems older than it is what I should say. Let me pour a little more. Proof on this, I said between 100 and 105. I was probably low, but let's see. Yeah, I said 100 to 105, so this could be a 12 or a 15-year knob pick. I didn't have anything written down for bottle guess. Wow. Let's get this picture up. There you go, 25th anniversary. Knob Creek Single Barrel, 123 proof, so I'm way low on the proof. This thing drank easy. Going back to it, I can get that proof. I think coming off of Glass D, which was also 120 proof, coming off of 120 proof and going to this made this taste easy. So I was low on the proof. I don't know how old these 25th anniversaries are. Does it say on the label? Let me pull this up on my screen as well. And zoom way in. Barrel date was 04, May of 04, but it doesn't have a bottling date. So I don't really know. Anybody know what the age on the 25th anniversaries were? Yeah, I said glassy was like ridiculous, and it had dusty notes to it. I love this. Wow. Will says maybe around 13 years. God, that was... And you know what? I've been in several liquor stores in other states and looked at that bottle and said, I don't need that. 11 to 12 according to Breaking Bourbon. So what I said was it was a 10 to 12 year product that tastes older than it is. I said that in the blind. I wrote it down. So I'll take that. All right. I totally missed the proof on it. 12 to 13, says Clay and Dave. Okay. So maybe not. I said 10 to 12, so I'll take it. The moral of the story for me is that it's not some 18-year product that got by me. I felt like in some parts of it tasted 15 to 18 years old, but it was probably not that. It was probably deceptive. So I'm glad. I'll take that. Glass F. This one I thought was weird that the finish fell off. The proof seemed lower than the previous. I thought this was around 105 proof. I said it had William LaRue Weller type notes, but it's not that. And sharp and had a nuttiness to it. So I don't have a bottle guess for this. Pretty nutty now. Let's see what this was. Glass F. I'll go down the line. Okay. Wow, interesting. 2019-03. So that's Country Ham, right? Wow. 6.5 years old, basically. Would not have guessed that. No. And this proves that Country Ham is a great Booker's batch. I did say it had sharp, nutty qualities. Okay. But there are some really, really good aspects of this that I would not have expected from Booker's. So, proof on this, I was way low. There it is. 124.7. Yeah. Would not have guessed that. But the last three were all between 120 and 124.7, D, E, and F. And I think after drinking D, which was, I think the highest proof. Like D, E, and F were the three highest proof. And after going up to D at 120 proof, the Knob Creek store pick, I think everything started to feel lower proof after that. So it's interesting not only that... like my proofometer is kind of broken right now. It's not very good. But how as you go through a flight, it can completely change. Every reference point in the flight can change the next pour. I give myself some credit for thinking more than once throughout the flight that this could all be Jim Beam. So I'll give myself that. The first one, the Dusty, is very cool. That old Granddad Dusty. I got to find out what year that's from when I talk to Sam again. The standouts, Knob Creek 25th anniversary. If you find that on a shelf at $200 or under, I say buy that. That's a great bottle. And I still have an ounce of all of these, which is exciting. The Nashville Barrel Company sourced Beam, I think is a big pass. I don't enjoy that at all. Country Ham was deceptively good. It also goes to show that Knob Creek store picks between 10 and 12 years old can be really, really good. The 9 years, I think, are a little, abundant. Maybe too abundant. But some of these 10 to 12-year picks, you don't need those old school 14 and 15-year picks to be great. I've had plenty of 11 and 13-year bottles of Knob Creek store picks that are fantastic. This proves it with this 10.5-year in Glass D. And finally, the Baker's 107. Baker's 107 is a buy bottle. I really believe that. And, you know, this flight, 8.5-year Baker 107, proves that it's very, very good whiskey. Yeah. Clay, I love 25th anniversary. Clay, the other thing, man, is that 25th anniversary, they're all single barrels. So your mileage will always vary between those and those store picks you're talking about. But this 25th anniversary single barrel is ridiculous. So it's a crapshoot between all of those things. Amy says there's more people coming in now. Love it. All right. Well, guys, this was a lot of fun tonight. Thanks for hanging in there, especially we saw 58 and the Bourbon Junkies are probably live right now. You know, all the drama at the beginning, 15-minute delay with the mic issues I was having and the technical difficulties. I appreciate it. This was a lot of whiskey to drink in 1 hour. You can see the rosy cheeks. Thank you for being here. I'm going to sign off. I will see you all Thursday night for a live stream, and there will be one, if not two, videos between now and Thursday night's live stream, which will be a K. Luke barrel strength video, and, you know, either that or a Maker's cellar aged, or both. We're going to see what I can do between, well, in the next 48 hours. So I hope it ends up going well. Okay, guys. Will, I actually have had some. If you can find some of those 94 proof store picks between 10 and 12 years old, they can be very good. I have an 11.5-year store pick from Liquor Barn that's ridiculous. So, not to be overlooked. All right, guys. That's going to do it. Thank you. Cheers. Hit that like button on your way out if you have not already. And also, please, Sarah and I are starting a new series called Whiskey Where. The first video is out now. Yes, there's a little explanation in the video. It moves kind of slow in the first 90 seconds, but they're only 4.5-minute videos. We're going to go out and do blind whiskey tastings in random places, in public, in the wild, indoors, outdoors, whatever. More to come. I think the next Whiskey Where is going to get dropped on Friday if everything goes correctly. And then after that, they're going to be every Wednesday, once a week. And it's going to be just something cool for her and I to do. So check that out if you haven't already. My Jack Daniel's 12 review is out there. And the Virtue Spirits single barrel bourbon and rye, each barrel number 1. That review is out there too. So check those out, guys. Amy says a blind is on the way. Supposed to be there Thursday. Amy, if it gets here Thursday, I'll make my thumbnail that day. So if I see that it's out for delivery, I can probably do it on Thursday night with these other great pours that are going to get here, probably minus the Baker's 13. So that would be awesome if it arrives in time. All right, guys, I'm out. Cheers. Let's wrap it up with a little bit more of the Knob Creek 25th anniversary, which was the star of the night. Cheers, and I will see you guys on Thursday night and on some videos between now and then. All right, see you guys later. Cheers.